Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be building a modern house. I never normally build like modern style houses. I normally build like family or suburban mainly, but today I thought I'd try something new. This is also my first ever voiceover, so I don't know how well it's going to go, but we're going to give it a go, and you know, it might be really bad. It might be a thing that I start doing on every video, because I normally only do like builds to music, but here we are. I'm giving it a go. So yeah, so I'm starting with just like the basic shape of the build. I like to kind of map out the front, or how the front's gonna look. So today I thought I'd go for like a mix of like almost mid-century with modern, just so I was a little bit more comfortable with the style, because I really don't build this type of house ever. This is also a lot larger than I intended the build to be. It started out as just, it was going to be quite a small family home, but it ended up being quite large. I think in the end it ended up being 4-bedroom and I think 3-bathroom. There's 2 on the ground floor and then 1 upstairs, so a lot larger than I intended, but yeah. So what I start here by doing is just kind of getting a feel for like where the rooms would go, just getting the basic floor plan, but this changes like a million times once I start getting the roofing, because I realised halfway through like building how boring the shape of a build is and like how boring the roofing's going to look. So it's trial and error, you know. I really like the idea of having a balcony out the front, which again isn't something I normally do. I don't really normally do balconies. I normally build like either family homes or like farmhouses or like cottages, so I do like verandas, but never to this level. I really wanted to try and build using platforms, because that's something I haven't really tried so far. So in this build I really tried to experiment using like the platform. As you can see, like on the front, like the platforms wrap around almost to the roof, to give the look of like chunky columns. I thought having a flat roof would be quite boring, so I'm trying to, you know, make it a bit more exciting looking. I am using custom content in this build, by the way. I list all the creators that I get my custom content from down below, so if you're ever wondering where something is from, it's always from those creators. I just list the creators because I don't know, if you ask me where like a specific window is from, the likelihood that I'll know is like quite slim. So by listing just the creators, you can see where I get stuff from, and you know it's safe. It's all their Patreon, so you can also support them if you want to, but most of the stuff is available for free. If not all of it, it's free. If you want to know what lot I'm building on ever, also, it's in the upper left hand corner in every video. So when I'm building apartments, that's really handy as well, because you can place the lot on the exact apartment that I'm building on when you download it. I wanted this house to have quite an impressive garden. I don't think it's in the recording, unfortunately, but there is a pool, and I decorated the pool area to have like lounges and a barbecue area, but here I'm just starting on a little like converted garage. I imagine the Sims that live here are quite rich, or like at least very comfortable. When I build, I like to have like a family in mind, or like clients in mind almost. So I imagine this was for like a family of 4. One Sim wants to become a chef. I imagine the mother, but I imagine that they would be like a master chef. They've got quite a nice like open plan kitchen, so I thought it'd be nice for them to like cook in there and things. I imagined another Sim, the other parent, being really high up in the tech guru career. I think that's what the career is called. I'm not quite sure. I don't really play gameplay. I mainly just build. And I think this build took me about like 6 or I think 8 hours in total. That was just because I kept leaving it and then coming back to it, but a build this size would normally take me like 4 or 5 hours normally. I imagine that they had 2 children. I imagine one was an aspiring scientist and then the other was kind of like a rebel child, and that's mainly because there's not that many hobbies for teens in The Sims 4 unless you have high school years, but I don't, so literally all they can do is like art or play music, so that's kind of the route I always go down. So starting here in the entryway, I try to keep things really like minimal and simple, but I imagine that the mum liked lighter colours and plants and greenery, so I tried to keep it like light and airy, but at the same time quite modern and like almost stark but warm. I'm using a lot of Pierreism, mainly MCM, that pack. So if you're wondering, like that chair for example, that's from MCM, and I try and use a lot of the same custom content packs throughout the whole build, so you can download the whole pack and know that most of the items I'm using are going to be from that one pack. It's a lot easier than like linking in the description every single like separate item. So yeah, everything I download is from the custom content packs. So I think I'm using Felix, Andre and Hey Harry's I can't remember what it was called. Kishen and the bathroom packs as well, because again they're really suited to this build. They're quite modern, so I always find it really hard to find like items in the game, and that's why like halfway through this build I literally downloaded the Better Build Buy mod, because I literally couldn't find anything I was looking for. You know when you're like scrolling through and you're looking for that particular item and like you know it exists but you can't find it anywhere? So I literally had to download Twisted Mexie's Better Build Buy, which, guys, if you don't have that mod you need to download it. It's so incredible. I just updated my game as well and it's still working, so it hasn't broken yet, so fingers crossed. So here I'm starting on the office for the Tech Guru sim. I imagine this to be the father, but again it could be any sim you want really. So I imagined they like darker colours, and this is the room where they were like not allowed input but able to choose the colours they wanted and the like darker decorations of the room. I never use this bookshelf from City Living. I don't know why, I just never use it, but I thought this is a really good place to put it, and it's quite modern, but it's also got that like, I don't know if it's just me, but it feels really mid-century. I do get really annoyed at the slots on the shelving though, like nothing really fits, so I was using the 9 and 0 keys to lift objects up and down. If you didn't know that, you can hold, at least on Mac, it's 9 to move objects up and 0 to move them down, but I think you need to have the move objects cheat on, I'm pretty sure, but there's loads of little tricks, and like if you don't know how to move things freely on the grid, you just press Alt and then you can rotate objects freely. I know a lot of people do know those things, but I also know a lot of people don't know those cheats. Not cheats so much, they're not really cheats, it's like little tricks. Yeah, speaking of the update also, I'm really excited for it, but also I've messed around with curved pools already and there's a lot of glitching still, and I feel like it's a repeat of the curved walls. Like I don't really trust them, but giving them a go, and I probably will use them again. And I know that it's like just the first update and there will be like patches to fix little glitches and things, but I don't have high hopes. So this is the main bedroom that I'm building in right now. I kept it quite like creamy colours, like very light. There's not much decoration, there's just a couple of clutter objects that will go on the dresser. I think for this bedroom I used the, I don't know what it's called, but it's from Max 20. It's the like master bedroom pack. Something I really like about this master bedroom is that they have doors that open directly to the pool, because I originally was going to build the room upstairs, but I thought this was way nicer, like opening your door and just jumping in a pool. it's really hard finding modern art in this game. I don't know what it is. Everything just like screams like old. I don't know what it is. So I'm really glad I had CC at least to get like artwork, because I was finding it really hard to find things that were like classed as modern that weren't like the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. By the way, if you want to find my builds on the gallery, my gallery tag is, well, like my user ID is the same as my YouTube, so Simi Builds. I've got a couple of older things on there from before I started recording my builds. There's I think like a really traditional suburban house that's quite old though. I think that's from a couple years ago. And then there's another modern house, which is quite rare for me, but I think that's from when City Living came out, which was years ago. I just got that expansion pack, so I was trying to build in that kind of like modern city style, because I really like the sofa that came in that pack. I should have used that in this build, but I didn't. I tried to keep this like almost like Hollywood rich looking, you know, those like houses that celebrities have, and it's kind of like luxurious modern but also like homely. So yeah, I tried to keep it quite, I don't know, like family modern rather than like crisp white everything and black and white and contrast. I tried to keep it quite soft. You can definitely tell they're quite well off, the family. I mean, this is the spare like guest bedroom downstairs, so they have enough space to have a guest room. Seeing me build this makes me realise how many plants I put in a build. I can't build a room without putting a plant in it, and that's really weird because in real life, like, I barely have any plants. Just like, if there's a bare corner, what else is there to put in there other than a plant or like a chair, which is exactly what I've done here. I tried to keep this room less personalised, although the master bedroom isn't really personalised, but it's suited to the parents who are quite strict with their furnishing, I suppose. This is me starting the kitchen. This was gonna be the dining room to begin with, but I ended up swapping it out to be the kitchen, just because I thought it'd be nicer if you're like cooking to open that door. I think that's from the Harry Brownstone collection, I'm pretty sure, which is just amazing. It's so nice having like a door that's open, just for like the aesthetic look of it, because normally the Sims only option is like closed doors. Also, it's really nice having doors that go to the actual like ceiling height. I don't know why all of the Sims doors are so short on the wall. Although, like, looking at the fridge, I suppose they are quite short, but I think the doors look really stupid when they don't go like all the way to the ceiling or like close enough to the ceiling. I was going to do cabinets, but I thought having open shelving would be slightly more, I don't know, I don't want to say modern again, but I thought it would be slightly more modern than having like traditional cabinets. So yeah, I try to not clutter them too much. I normally put a lot more clutter into builds, but I try to keep it realistic, like you would have cups and plates and things up there. But I put a couple of plants and some cereal, just like jars of things. But yeah, I was trying to keep it quite simple, but also make it look like the house is like has people living in it. I don't like when they look really empty. I thought the massive island in this kitchen was really nice, like, and having the sink there looking out into the garden, I thought that was a really nice touch. Most of the items in the kitchen are from the I think it's the Harry and Felix Kitchen pack, I'm pretty sure, but again, everything's down below. So here I am starting on the garden. I started off with this little fire pit area that is near, so this building outside is going to be the gym and a like music studio. I say music studio, it's more like a converted like garage or garage, a converted garage for the son to play music, so that's what I'm starting on right now. I imagine this would be really annoying in real life, like you're what's the word, the acoustics would be really bad because of the windows, but this is The Sims, so like who cares. So yeah, I tried to use platforms here as well just because I thought it'd be more interesting than like a big flat open room. So yeah, one side is the gym and then one side is going to be the like son's recording space, or like where they do band practice and things, so it's quite messy, and I like that it's messy compared to the gym, which is very like prim and proper. Everything has a place, everything's got like a basket or a bench to sit on, and this is like there's rubbish laying around, there's like guitars, the rugs are stacked. I love this rug item from, I think it was Laundry Day. Laundry Day had like such good objects. I was going to put a sink outside, but I decided against it because I thought it was a bit weird, like other than to like fill up your water, I suppose, if you're going to the gym. It was like quite weird. I did put one of those like Roomba vacuums in that you just saw in the house, but the house is like split leveled, so now we're back inside. I'm doing the living room. I wanted to have like shelves behind the sofa, so I did like cabinets because I tried shelves and it looked really weird because they were so high up on the wall. It made the sofa look really small, even though it's quite a large sofa. There's a lot of light wood in this house, and like actually just like wood in general. I normally do dark wood, but I tried to like, I don't know, push myself out my comfort zone and try using light wood for once, which I think worked really well with like keeping it slightly more modern but also like kind of mid-century. I imagine the house was renovated by the family, at least that's how I imagine it. They renovated it to be more modern and put like extensions on to make it their own, but it's not overly huge, like it's not a massive house, but it is quite large compared to others. Like I don't know, having the open plan kitchen, living, dining obviously makes it feel slightly smaller, but also big at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense. Also the plant menu is so big when you have custom content, because every single custom content pack has like multiple plants in it, so by the time you have like all the custom content you want, there's like 1,000 plants to sort through, and it takes so long. So now we're moving upstairs. This is just the landing. I tried to keep it quite almost neutral but slightly like kid friendly. I think I put an aquarium in here, but there's still like pieces of art that the parents have chosen, like that big leaning wooden artwork, but there's like the kids bookshelf and like a chair to read, and like I think I put there's the aquarium. Yeah, I say aquarium, it's literally just a fish tank. But also there's, I think towards the end of the video I put a couple of those what are they called, they're like, you know, they're like things the kids come home with and like build. It's like the volcanoes and the medieval castle and things like that. I don't remember what they're called, but I put a couple of those around the house. I think one in that hallway and then one downstairs. So this is the first child's bedroom. I tried to keep it quite like bright but also warm. I imagine they'd like the colour yellow like a lot. So I was trying to tie everything in, and then I found this bed from, I think this is from the cats and dogs pack, which literally worked perfectly with the colours, like exactly what I was going for. Once again, I used a lot of the, I don't know the name of the pack, but it's from Max 20 again. It's the like kids bedroom pack. It has so many good objects, like this desk with like the little post-it notes on it, like it looks so realistic. Of course everything matches, which I thought would suit this family, because like they would buy something with the specific purpose of it matching another item. But yeah, they've got their like little science set, because I imagine they were an aspiring scientist. I imagine they've like entered like fairs and things at school, and that's also why I put those these things, like the cardboard boxes around the house, because I imagine they'd brought them home from school and like they wanted to build them. So yeah, there's a couple. I think I think I did the volcano and a robotics one, or it might have been chemistry one, I'm pretty sure, but that's just what I imagine them doing in their spare time. So moving on to the other Sims bedroom, this is for the rebellious teen, because I really don't know how to decorate a teen's bedroom other than making them like really preppy or like rebellious, which is quite cliche, but I enjoy doing the rebellious ones just because it does, like, for lack of a better word, spice up your gameplay. I imagined they had all the furniture that their parents had like bought for them like as a child, so like the matching bedside tables with the dresser. I imagine like that's what their parents bought them, but now they've like found furniture almost, like that sofa opposite the bed looks found, and then they have a chair from their like childhood, that like beanbag object, which is also so good for kids' bedrooms. Like, it's so good. The swatches, you can get ones that look like animals, but also ones that are like quite normal coloured, so it really suits. So this is just the little balcony attached to the Sims bedroom. I imagine this is like a little hangout space for them and their friends, but it's pretty much trashed. There's like skateboards and then empty cups on the floor, and I did put a telescope just because I thought that was quite cool, but so that's pretty much it for this build. As always, there'll be some screenshots of the entire build at the end of the video, so I'll leave you guys here. Have a great day, whatever you're doing, and thanks for watching. Bye!